Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reaching out video. One video, two readings. The first one will be, will they reach out? How do they feel about reaching out? That sort of thing. What their intentions are, what they want, all that. The second one will be, should you reach out? They're going to be independent of each other, so it's not like it's taking a look at the same situation, different reading. Well, I guess it would be, but I'll just leave it at they are not dependent on each other. Each will be considered their own independent reading, and I will have it time-stamped. All right, so other than that, a couple of things you need to know. Other than if whatever else you need to know, check the description box below. But something else I want to make mention of is Tyler's Tarot. He has been doing will they reach out or should you reach out readings for quite some time, and I have just recently started, and it's my own spread, but I just wanted to make mention that I am aware that he does it, and to give him a shout out and check him out, show him some love and support if you don't already. The two recommend a reader shout outs go to Stormy Grace, she's an astrologer, and then also Suit of Cups Tarot. So love and support to them also. Hopefully you get a chance to check them out and show them some love and support. I think that's it. Oh, and finally, this could be a love, platonic love situation like friendship. Could be familial love regarding involving family or people you think of as family, or like at work, career, job, passion project, that sort of thing. It doesn't have to be romantic love. It's intended for such, but some people in the past have said, well, this is about my kid or, my job, things like that. All right. Finally. All right, Capricorn. Will they reach out? Why? All that good stuff. Geez, that keeps coming up, that Five of Swords. Empress. Nine of Wands, Chariot. Six of Swords, the World, boobies. Everything's better with boobies. King of Pentacles, Magician. Judgment. Seven of Wands. All right, will they reach out? Also going to be cleaning my specs here. Okay. And that made it worse. Awesome. All right. I feel like you both kind of have the same opinion of each other. I don't know. I think in the recent past they were open to a reconciliation or some kind of mediating, something like that. But I think because they probably thought, you're the one for me, and there could have been some codependency though, but it looks like as time's going to go on, we got two sevens, they're going to be sort of rethinking that stance. So we got two sevens, that's news. It could be they're rethinking because they recently found something out. They've heard news about something, that something has newly been discovered. So it looks like they still want to, no, it's not that. In the past, they might have wanted a reconciliation or been open to mediating that, talking about it, but and getting to a better place, communicating more effectively, things like that. Like they were open to it. They're kind of tired, kind of, dare I say, fed up, because they're like, we've been here before, but enough time, and we've been through a lot, so I don't want to leave any stone unturned, and I want to make sure that we have tried everything, right? No regrets. And I think now it's just like they're fed up, and it feels like they just want to get out of this situation. So are they going to reach out to bridge the gap or to have some kind of communication about that? Not likely. No. What's this? Okay, so what's this? So you could go either way. What's this Nine of Wands about? Stubborn and stagnant. All right. What's this Chariot about? Okay. Okay. So what's this Seven of Wands about? What's this Seven of Wands about? So we got Knight of Pentacles, Three Swords. Another seven, Seven of Cups. Yeah, there's that conflict and confusion. What's this Magician about? Okay. Yeah, nope. Nope, because there's been some sort of shift. They must have found something out, because originally it was, all right, let's do this. We've been together for quite some time. You know, I'm no sissy. I'll step up. I can be courageous. I can have faith. I can be resilient. Let's try again. Let's do the right thing by each other. Let's get to a healthier place here. Let's transition. And then, so it went from that to now they must have found out something to where they feel like they've been kind of cast out, or they just, okay, well then I've got to make my own decisions, and I've got to cut things off and not be connected to this anymore. Whatever they have heard about is causing them sadness, and it has, whatever they found out, discovered, whatever epiphany they've had, it's gone from wanting to show up and work it out to all of a sudden going, hey, wait a second, and starting to consider that, you know what, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think we're on the same page. I think I've realized that we're just not each other's person. There could have been some codependency issues. We've got the Empress, Magician, and the Devil. I mean, the codependency, that's like a buzzword now. I mean, who isn't codependent at some point, right? So ideally no one, but you know, it happens, it's common, and it's not like a shocker, or, you know, certainly not unheard of. So it could have kind of devolved. Sometimes people overstay and try to get back the first 3 months. They spend 2 years trying to get back the first 3 months or whatnot, and it just gets to where it's not healthy anymore. It's kind of toxic. And it seems like this person has somehow made the transition. They've either found something or realized just not for them anymore, and they would rather be by themselves. They're quite heartbroken and confused. They're in that bargaining stage where they go round and round about, well, what if that? No, I can't. Okay, so it's like as soon as it starts to hurt too much, they kind of dredge up the dust again, because this is something that they're pretty heartbroken about, that they can't move forward. No. And it looks like they're having trouble accepting the ending, but part of that is because they feel a really strong attachment still. But are they going to reach out? No, they know it's not good for them to do so. They feel like they need to save themselves from themselves. What's this World about? Capricorn. This is funny because sometimes, you know, okay, so when things get toxic, there's a tendency to really idealize the way it used to be. And sometimes that person is just made out to be somebody they aren't, because it's got that emotional overlay and there's a need and a deficit and all that. So somebody that just was, you know, could just be somebody that you just had a lot of fun with at one point gets idolized. You know what I mean? Idolized and idealized. They were the perfect partner, and oh my gosh, this and that. And then you overstay, and it creates this codependent situation because you're not right for each other, but you keep trying to get that image of them back in your mind. You know what I mean? So we got this situation right here, and we see it representing, again, right here with the ending. So it's like they're still in this grieving negotiation process. They know you're not supposed to be together, but they go from idealizing and idolizing. Gosh, this person, male or female, was so great. They met all of my needs. They were just the best person for me, to, oh my gosh, we were so enmeshed, because that's the Devil and the Empress. So they're still in that kind of bargaining, swirling, the dust not settled yet, not being able to accept that things are over. Do they want to reach out? No. Are they going to? No. I think they realize, Capricorn, it's just not that, it's not in their best interest. And it could very well be that they thought Capricorn was kind of controlling, or they recognize that Capricorn has that something hold on them, but it doesn't mean that they're meant for that person or good for them. So they're still grieving and feeling like I need to just stay away. I cannot open this can of worms again. Feeling like they really need to make some decisive cuts in their life. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Cancer, Sagittarius, or Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, again, that's Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, there's you, Taurus, and Cancerian. All right, so what else for, not that one, what else for Capricorn? What else for Capricorn? So we've got, yeah. Don't you hate it when they do? Oh yeah, no, I don't mean like that. I originally thought this was the book, and I was like, yep, there's that hidden factor. They found something out. Nope, it's not. This is getting news about something though. So we had 2 sevens, which is news or realization. So, but this is a long-standing relationship, or it is just the foundation, and that's letter, which could mean finding out about an online relationship someone was having, or it goes from the foundation, the secure, strong, abiding foundation, to something frivolous and kind of fleeting. Finding out that someone has been communicating with someone else or starting something new online, a love interest online. And that might be the shift from wanting to work things out to all of a sudden we got heartache here, and we got realizing that it's codependent, and I think that's where it might come in, that they're still kind of idealizing and idolizing the past, and then turning around going, no, I can't think that way. This person, no, that's what used to be. This is that hold that somebody could have on you right here. The Empress with the Magician, that's just thinking the world of somebody and that they're the only one that could ever meet your needs, and just having that some kind of something, but it's not healthy. It's anything but true connection. It's anxiety and mystery and wanting control and recognition and being valued and mattered and ugh. So it's like I keep feeling them go back and forth, flip-flopping, and I think this is what they're saying, that there's probably an indication that at the very least you were not as committed or involved. They recently discovered that you were not as committed or involved as you should be at the very least, that you just weren't in it anymore at the very other end of the spectrum. It's about finding out about a new love interest, or, well, yeah, a new love interest that kind of is completely undermining the foundation of any kind of security that you have or that they were hoping to have with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. So 5 out of 10. This is a pretty darn significant relationship. It could be even one of longevity, where you two have been together for quite some time. So this is quite the shift for you and the other person. Yeah, okay. What else for Capricorn? What else? Or will they reach out? They're just wanting to be by themselves and get their own affairs in order. They want it while they're not right, while they're not stable, while they're not sure about how they feel. They just want to be left alone. They really feel like they just need to take care of themselves. Queen of Wands. All right, so this is, you could be dealing with an Aries, doesn't have to be, but this is a person that's male or female, very dynamic, very confident, gets things done, likes to facilitate everybody getting things done, likes to be involved, a great adventurer, a great partner. So if that is not describing somebody you've recently met, because they're laying it at your feet that you have stepped out, or at least are not attending to the relationship anymore, let's put it like that. This is somebody in this mode, as far as, okay, I need to get this done, I need to do that, I want to go out and I want to socialize, I want to go here and I want to visit that, and I want to do, go. So this could be an Aries, could be also Leo or Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. Typically it's Aries if we're talking about a queen for me. This could just be saying, you know what, this is a time for you to go out and do what you want to do and do the things and get the stuff done and all of that. Now is the time to do it because you're not encumbered anymore. And if you're waiting, don't. They're not going to reach out. They can't risk it as far as their mental health or just any kind of self-respect. They're grieving. They're actively still debating, negotiating, and grieving, and everything is just still swirling for them. What else for Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to know? What else for Capricorn? So we got the Queen of Wands. No, that's the King of Wands. So we got the King of Wands. I can never remember if that's upright or not. Hold on a minute. That's the Seven of Swords. That is upright. So King of Wands, Seven of Swords. That could represent affair. Right? There's someone that's really confident and likes to is very social. It's got that special charismatic pull, that draw. Everybody likes to be around that person, male or female. And the Seven of Swords is doing something sneaky, deceiving, lies, betrayal, all that. So this very well could be because of an affair. Yeah, okay. And that's why I think this person feels like it's definitively over, and it was, at some point it turned from thinking that this person was really something to all of a sudden, oh, I was so codependent and it wasn't healthy and they had this hold on me and just, yeah, okay. So for the tree, Seven of Cups, and for the letter, Seven of Swords. Wow, Seven of Swords, Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands. Lots of sevens. This is a seven. Holy cow, that's a very, a lot of turbulence. So Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords. That's a lot of conflict and a lot of just, this is somebody also too that's probably second guessing themselves and just completely blindsided by the recent news. If it's not news that has blindsided them, this is somebody that feels just like they don't know what to make of their present reality. They're just still kind of in shock. And they know that they don't really know what they need to do. They just know they need to do something, but they don't know what it is. And they know what they shouldn't do, but they don't know what to do. It's really vague and it's really chaotic, and there's probably a lot of anxiety with them right now. And it's just better, they're thinking for them to just stay away. And I also think too that they don't want you to see them like this, honestly. Okay, all right. So that is what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope this was helpful. This would be no, they're not going to reach out. They just can't risk it. I hope to see you in the next reading. I'm going to get started. I'm going to clear this away, get started. If you want to stick around, great. If not, I hope to see you later. All right, you take care. Hi, Capricorn. And for those of you, hello again, that have stuck around. Welcome to your Should You Reach Out reading for July 10th through August 9th. Look at that, Seven of Wands. Conflicted, doubting, or feeling resolute. On the one hand, it could be like, okay, not sure here. I'm kind of wondering if I'm doing the right thing, being conflicted about it too. All of a sudden being like, no, I know exactly what I'm defending and why, and you have that conviction and that strength. So either way, it's kind of going back and forth. All right, anyway, hi, Capricorn. Welcome to your Should You Reach Out video reading for July 10th through August 9th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Shout out to Tyler's Tarot for also doing these readings well long before I have been doing them. This is my own spread. But I just want to acknowledge that he also does these readings and has been for quite some time. His link is in the description box. You can check him out, show him some love and support. The other two links in the description box are for Stormy Grace, she's an astrologer, and for Suit of Cups Tarot. Love and support to them as well. Hopefully you get a chance to check out those two readers here on YouTube. Show them some love and support. All right, too many. All right, Capricorn. Should you reach out? We shall see. This is independent of the other reading you watched. Might end up confirming it or giving the backstory or your side of things. But, yeah. Designed, I should say, to be independent. As well as this does not have to be romantic love. Even though I've designed it that way, it doesn't have to be romantic love. Could resonate. Work, a passion project, friendship, family. Okay. Ace of Wands. Nice. Judgment. Oh, we've seen that. Okay, shutting up because, well, I'm referencing the past reading. Yeah, this featured prominently in the last reading. Hangman. Judgment, Hangman. Oh, my good gracious. Temperance. Look at this. Nine of Cups. 10 of Cups. 5 of Wands. 8 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Knight of Swords. So, this could be Sagittarius, Scorpio, Sagittarius, or Cancer, Pisces, or Cancer, and Aquarius over here. All right, so they don't, I think they might, I think they're indifferent. I think they're wanting, I think they're indifferent here. I think they're kind of wanting closure or wanting out, but I don't think reconciliation is on the table. Because, as much as they might want to, there's an issue with trust now and things are chaotic, and I think that they'd have a hard time being able to trust again. Hold on a minute. So what's this Hangman about? What's this Hangman? Is this Ace of Wands something new you found and it's time for you to go after it? We've got the wands here. That's that creative energy, that passion. What's this Hangman about? That's a devil. That's Capricorn. What's this Judgment about? Wow. Okay, so we got the Emperor there. It could be Aries. What's this Temperance about? The Hangman. Okay, so you know what? This is somebody that is wanting, after all is said and done, they're wanting to pick up the pieces. They're wanting to reestablish control, stability, and get some healing in their life. They just want to leave this part of their life behind. I shouldn't say this. Yeah, okay, part of their life, meaning this trauma. This is hard because they want the happily ever after and security, and they want an apology, and they want things to be made right. They want, what's this 5 of Wands about? What's this 5 of Wands? Oh. Could be somebody spoiling for a fight, but I think this is more about wanting to clear the air and get to the bottom of these issues. Otherwise, they're like, I am hands off. If we can't clear the air and get to the bottom of it, as much as I want to be happy and to have contact so that we can resolve, I only want contact if we're going to resolve. Otherwise, don't bother. So if you are wanting to reach out because you feel like you want things to work out, they would welcome that. But they're not hopeful. And they're feeling like, I'd rather take no contact because what we had was really unhealthy. So I'd rather leave things as they are because someone doesn't want to make the sacrifice or the necessary change. I'd rather just leave it the way it is and try to heal and kind of come to grips and reestablish my life than to just have this frivolous reaching out where it's kind of nebulous. It doesn't mean anything. So it's almost like conditional, right? Here they are having conditions and demands. But if you are going to reach out for reconciliation, they want that if it means you're open for change from the way things were. But if you're just wanting to talk or whatever, no, they want you to show up with a plan. They want to know what's going to happen, what's not going to happen, what we're going to cut out, what we're going to do. Let's get to the bottom of this. There might be some heated arguments, which they're fine with as long as it's like, okay, no more of this, right? Are we in agreement? This and that. Otherwise, it's like just keep on keeping on. Let's see, we got 2 9s here. And that is receipt, yeah, realization, right? We have, let's see, 2, 3, 2, 5. Okay. What's this 9 of Wands about for Capricorn? This 9 of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. What's this? This is what I'm interested in. What's this 8 of Wands here? What's this Knight of Swords? This Knight of Swords. What? Okay, hold on a minute. Now, wait a minute. I think this is saying that you should. Because because look at this. We got the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. This is somebody that is open, apparently, to I'm kind of used to it being like, nope, don't, leave them alone. But this is someone that if we can reestablish the stability and the control, then I'm open to a resolution here. But they want you to be the one handling it and championing the cause. So if that's where your head is at, they want to talk to you. But if it's just to kind of reach out or just whatever, then they're like, don't bother. Because it's like it's do or die. We're like, we got the 9 of Wands, we got some 10s here. Sorry, 10s. And then we got the 5s here. And that's like, all right, this is like enough significant, how you doing? Enough significant stuff has happened to where either I'm noticing a pattern or we're starting to get into a very unhealthy way of relating to each other through a lot of conflict and drama. So we can't keep going like this. I hope this is a reckoning and an awareness. And if that's what you want to talk about to resolve it, I really hope you do, because look at how much transition and healing is going on here, right? So they're like, this is what I want. I do want this, but we have got to find a different way of relating to it. We have to find a different way of relating to each other, because it's making the turn from what once was to starting to become unhealthy. And we're starting to kind of get stagnant and complacent and bicker and all that. We're not thriving anymore. So if this is about, once again, resolution, awesome. If it's just for friendship or anything else, don't bother. They're not interested in that. They want what they had with you. That's what they prefer. What's this 8 of Wands about? Oh, okay. All right. Well, color me shocked. We got the 6 of Pentacles here. So you know what? Honestly, I don't see this very often. But this is saying that this is about you taking the leadership role and getting out in front of this and resolving it with this person. I was thinking this is saying, you know what? You need to just leave and get out post haste. But it looks like you're of like mind, because you're thinking that, hey, brand new, fresh start here. So this is like becoming interested again, or a spark of interest, creativity, new vitality, like literally breathing life into something. So whoever this is, or whatever situation this is, remember I said it could be romantic or otherwise. This is about them being receptive. If it's about resolving whatever's going on and getting back to finding a loving way of relating to each other. They're open to it. They actually, but there's a caveat. Enough has happened to where they're like, okay, we need to get to the bottom of this. Otherwise, don't bother. They're willing to let the breakup stand. If it means you're just going to continue on the way things were. Not you, but you as a couple. But it looks like right here, this is all about showing back up to get back to the stability, to what mattered to both of you. And they're looking for you to champion this. And it looks like online will be the best way to start. Looks like that there's right now maybe not so much in person, because there might be a bit of conflict. So maybe indirect communication would be a good place to start for this resolution. Huh, okay. Well, yay you, Capricorn. All right. What else for Capricorn? Capricorn, should they reach out? What's going on? Yeah, okay, so there's that online communication with the letter. So, all right, a couple of things here. It could be that an online affair was the source of whatever was eating away at the foundation of this relationship. This is mice are little nuisances. They're problematic. They're thieves. They're liars. They're hoarders. They're little things that eat away at something. A little problem becomes a big problem because of that constant. Okay, so this could be that something that's been recurring and a constant problem was somebody's online activity, whether it's porn, whether it's other relationships, flirting, too much, being addicted to the phone, never putting the phone down, that sort of thing. This could be just a lot of online activity, a problematic communication online, that sort of thing. This could also be that ever since from the get-go, that there's been little things that have been eating away at the relationship, and this person has seen the patterns enough to go, you know what? It's getting to the point where this is constant. We need to address this. This is one of those things that you overlook in the beginning because you're in love, but then all of a sudden this keeps happening. We got to address this if we don't address this, it's going to become like a huge mountainous type problem. Instead of these little mice, after a while, it's like little termites. They're going to eat away the whole house, and there's going to be nothing but rubble. So we've got to address whatever these little problems are, because little problems become big problems if they're not treated or addressed. And I think that it feels like that's what this person is saying over and over again. Like, we need to address this, otherwise we're done for. We're dead in the water. This has to be discussed, otherwise what are we fighting for? What are we talking about? It's like I'm surprised did the Seven of Wands show up? No, because it feels like they're going to die on this hill. They're like, I'm going to stand my ground on this. I will walk away from this unless we can get to the bottom of what really is going on and resolve it, because I can't live like this. Okay, all right. What else for Capricorn? What else for Capricorn? What else for Capricorn? Knight of Wands. Same thing with the Knight of Swords here. Taking a leadership position. This is about intimacy. This is about you two staring at each other in the face, and whatever that means to you, sharing to the level that you're both find compatible. But this is about you two getting down to the nitty gritty of what you find loving and meaningful in relationships, and trying to bridge that, and deciding, all right, are we going to get to the bottom of it and go forward, or is this going to be one of those things where eventually this eats us alive and we're never to speak again? I don't mean to be dramatic, but it is. If it's not addressed, you're not going to make it. All right, what else for Capricorn? I can't believe that typically, a lot of times it's like, gosh, what's the point of this reading? Because a lot of times it's like, nope, both of you go your separate ways. Nope, no. And then all of a sudden, here it is. Yes. Get out in front of it. Take the leadership role here. Take charge. Go after, because they're fine with leaving it the way it is, because they're like, well, I'll recover, I'll heal. But if you want to salvage this, do it, because this is salvageable. The person's on board. So that's encouraging, I don't see that a lot. All right. What else for Capricorn? What else for Capricorn? What else for Capricorn? Two of Cups, Five of Wands reversed. All right. This is a breakup. This is about, let's talk, no drama. Let's get to the bottom of this. So this is about clearing the air. This is about, all right, let's talk and be calm. I don't want to fight anymore. So we can clear the air, but I don't want it to be fighting. I don't want it to be about somebody having to be right. If we're going to clear the air, if we're going to fight, let's make it productive and get to the bottom of the issue, not just hung up on who's right and who's wrong. So there's a difference here, and that's exactly what this is. Here's the breakup, and this is about getting to the bottom of it, moving past resentment, and clearing the air productively. No drama, no conflict, no chaos. We're beginning to communicate so that you can work together. Because after the Five of Wands comes the Six of Wands, which is victory and resolution. So, okay, I'm just saying, I think you should, after what this is, it's like, if you want to, and it looks like you're inclined to do that also, because it looks like you're inspired here. So, should you reach out? Well, should, but honestly, yeah, this person's, they're into it. Then it looks like they're, well, I shouldn't say looks like, but it feels like they're a good fit for you. Because I don't think this would say yes unless it was for your best interest. Okay, all right, Capricorn, I hope this was helpful. I wish you luck with this, because, wow, it looks like you're both on the same page. You just got to get to the bottom of whatever it is. You got to figure it out. And it is an intimate issue. It is, and I'm saying physical intimacy, but it is something that's like, this is like probably past trauma issues that you need to confront and clear out, that have been hanging on and holding you two back as a couple, the past rearing its head, that need to be resolved and looked at so that you two can move on and thrive. Okay, thank you for stopping by. I wish you and your person luck with this, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.